Finally goes on for a young guy, so fun to watch. Younger players who've got all the talent and all the world right in front of them, but yet haven't put it all together just quite yet.
It's amazing to me how quickly we can give up on a young guy who maybe doesn't find success right out of the gate. But the reality is you have to remember, player development is the lifeblood of this league. Maybe now more than ever with the current state of the salary cap. So a little patience as a fan base goes a long, long way.
And now the opening lineup for Boston. Irving at point with Brown to his side. There at the backcourt. Horford is out there with Tatum. And it's Hayward in at the 3 spot. Outside Irving. And the shot goes down.
Boy, terrific read. Kyrie Irving understands what the defense is giving him and takes advantage.
Ntilikina kicks to Burke. There's a screen by Kanter. Tatum against Thomas. Pass to Kanter. Now here's Burke. Defended by Hayward. Lock at 6. Another shot. Hayward with some nice D.
Well, with the defense laying off him, you know he's going to pull the trigger. They're lucky he didn't burn him.
And it's Irving missing.
An obvious blunder by the defense that they get away with. Somebody's supposed to be checking him.
Hardaway kicks to Burke. Pass to Kanter. There's a screen by Kanter. Inside. Over Horford. And Tatum pulls it down.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
The pass to Irving. There's the pick. Pick by Horford. Pass to Irving. Drops in the tray. Irving's got 5 points so far.
Well, this is why you love Al Horford, right? He's a willing screener who is effective with the skill.
Kanter inside, guarded by Horford. Kanter, the pass to Hardaway. Kanter with a screen on Irving, and it's sent back by Irving.
Boy, Kyrie Irving becoming a better and better defender over time. Nice block right there.
Knocks it loose, and stolen by Burke. Pass to Ntilikina. And stolen by Hayward. And Irving with the basket on the assist by Tatum. 7 points for Kyrie Irving.
Well, you can tell there's a team-first mentality with the young gun Jason Tatum working to find the open teammate. Nice.
And so New York calls timeout. They're first. And we talk about someone being thrown into the fire. Tatum called on early by the Celtics his rookie year.
That's right. With the injury to Gordon Hayward, Jason Tatum was placed into a very prominent role. And how impressive was he with the poise and the polish throughout the year. Really incredible.
Ntilikina, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up.
And the size, quickness, and defense of Ntilikina reminds some of a young Sean Livingston, a unique point guard with a promising future.
The Knicks shooting their first free throws tonight. The first trip to the stripe in this one.
Two shots.
That free throw, no good. And last season, LeBron said that the Knicks made a mistake passing on Dennis Smith Jr. in the draft. Of course, they took Frank Ntilikina out of France.
Yeah, a little shade thrown Ntilikina's way last season. Of course, he's one of the youngest players in that draft, and so plenty of time for this young man to fulfill his potential.
And he's good on the second. Irving with it. He's got 7. Kicks to Horford. Brown with a screen on Kanter. Back to Irving. The shot's good on the assist by Horford. And that's now 9 points for Kyrie Irving. Knicks trail by 6. Burke the pass to Thomas. Now here's Cantor. Hardaway with a wide open look. Cans it from downtown. Hardaway has got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. For Boston, they've gone 4 of 5 from the field so far. Irving kicks to Horford. Brown sets a screen for Horford. Irving for 3. And the Celtics hit again from deep.
You know, what you love about Kyrie is that he's always prepared to shoot when he is roaming in space.
Pass to Cantor. No good. Shot missing. Good work defensively by Horford. Left side, Tatum. And too long on the shot.
Kicking himself on that one. That is the shot he wanted.
Well, that's usually money in the bank for that guy. Not sure how he missed that one.
Hardaway from outside. But they get it back. Thomas gets the bucket.
Well, this guy known for terrific shot selection. Thomas getting that one to go from high percentage range.
Irving passes to Tatum. Now here is Irving. Burke covering. Irving kicks to Hayward. Goes up on the wing. They get it back. And the foul called on Tim Hardaway Jr. That is his first foul of the game. The shot by Hayward, wide open from outside, off the mark. Knicks trail by 4. Outside Hardaway. Got a piece of it and stolen by Horford. Brown drives in and finished off by Brown.
Boy, how impressive is the quickness Jaylen Brown possesses. This guy sprints hard toward the cup on every drive.
Hardaway is screen on Irving. Burke the pass to Cantor. Hardaway against Irving. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Hardaway no good. Celtics leading by 6. To the inside. Outside Tatum. Picked by Horford. Down low. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. Tim Hardaway picks one up.
Kev, how about the strength on the finish? Jaylen Brown showing real muscle. How about the leap forward, guys, that Jaylen Brown took as a second-year player in the NBA? He improves across the board and becomes a mainstay of their rotation. And there's so much to like about his future, guys.
And New York making a change here. Baker's checked in. On the free throw, no good. Doors with Brown, you knew he had the athleticism, and now we're seeing the skill.
Right, because Jaylen Brown has great work ethic and is putting in the time to develop every facet of his game. This guy strikes you as a young man who's got a very bright future on and off the floor.
The Knicks have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
Two shots.
No good on the free throw.
Boy, when you look at the New York Knicks and their recent draft history, they didn't have a first rounder in 2012, 2014, and 2016. They're obviously feeling the effects of that now, Kev.
No good on the second free throw. And on the subject of draft picks, with the salary cap, Doris, it really helps to get production from guys who are still on rookie contracts.
Well, Kevin, there is no doubting the fact that every roster spot has huge value in today's NBA. With the game played at the fast pace that we see nowadays, you've got to have production up and down the roster. Those rookie contracts help in your overall salary structure, and that's why those are so key.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over. They are coming off that win against Atlanta.
And once they established that flow offensively, really never got any resistance from the D.
I think, Greg, you can't expect to win with that kind of effort. The defense was nowhere to be found, and it cost them all night long.
Tatum's shot is off. Knicks trail by 11. And there's the foul. It's on Jaylen Brown. That's foul number 2 for him.
Well, and guys, that's what he wanted to avoid, a second foul before the end of the opening period.
Knox, he's checked in for the Knicks. And the Celtics also making a change. Smart's checked in. And there's the call on Gordon Hayward. That's foul number 2 for him.
And the next one puts him in the bonus.
Morris is checked in for Gordon Hayward. Here's Baker, guarded by Smart. And there's the pass to Knox. Shot clock at 6. Fades. Good on the bucket. Knox has got his first points in this one. Celtics leading by 9. Irving kicks to Horford. Smart with this screen on Cantor. Here's Irving. Got a hand on it. There's Baker. Looking for his first basket still in this one. And that one's good. Burke.
And you have to admire his focus. Not a good matchup for him in terms of size differential.
No, but that play is about his will, right? He won't back down from the big man. He's going to take it right to him.
Irving misses. The Knicks have gone 5 of 12 from the field since the opening tip.
Yeah, that one put them over the limit. And it's so early that if they're not careful, this could turn into a parade at the free throw line.
Doris, statistically, today's game is picked apart by so many different ways. But for you, what are the statistical areas that you are most interested in?
Well, I think one of the things that can be undervalued, particularly from the defensive side of the ball, are things like deflections or charges taken or even shots contested. And I say those things, Kevin, because deflections force an offense to restart. Charges taken gets a possession for your team. And shots contested affects, obviously, the field goal percentage of the team you're guarding. So it's all of those little defensive stats that you really have to track and be monitoring to understand the value that they have on winning.
Very interesting. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And not too long ago, Doris, the Celtics put up the most shots in the league 2 years in a row, but last season they were 25th in that category.
Well, think about it, Kevin. They became a different type of team 1 year ago. There was more movement, more sharing of the basketball. They went deeper into the shot clock on almost every possession, and that made it harder for defenses to key in on any one individual.
And so here is New York after the basket by Boston. Teardrop shot, and there's the nice layup by Vonleh.
I'll tell you, that's a graceful finish. Not just any old layup, the teardrop.
Now, here's Rozier. An 11-point game for him in the win against Philadelphia.
You know, he was also one of their key contributors on the glass. His effort was terrific.
And now, here's Hazonia. Baker kicks to Vonleh. Passes to Trier. There's Baker, guarded by Smart. A floater, he lays it in. And now it's just a 4-point Celtic lead.
If you're going in amongst the trees, you have got to be aggressive.
Well, he went all in there. He embraces the challenge and somehow finishes with the layup.
And it's Rozier missing.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
Pass to Knox. No good that time. Now Boston takes it the other way. Inside, Baines. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
And how about that floor awareness there from Tatum? It does a good job of scanning the court and getting the ball to the open man.
Pass to Knox. And here is Hazonia. New York moving it around. Down low. And the layup's good off the glass. Baker's got his second bucket of the night.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Morris a screen. Tipped away. And now Knox running the floor all by himself. Throws down the breakaway jam.
Just great anticipation and awareness to come up with the steal and then trigger the fast break.
Morris a screen. Rozier kicks to Morris. Here's Smart. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. Smart's got his first bucket in this one. They set the pick. And the pass to Knox. Passes it to Hazonia for three. And Rozier pulls it down. Celtics leading by 4. A minute 42 left in the first quarter of the game. Outside Tatum. On defense, New York. Outside, Smart. 6 on the shot clock. Over Baker. Here's Baines. And terrific work on the offensive glass, and he picks up 2. And the Celtics lead by 6. New York's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Hazonia kicks to Baker. Pass to Trier. Jumper off the screen. The rebound by the Celtics. Tatum's got his 3rd rebound on the night. And here is Rozier. They set the screen. Tatum setting the pick for Rozier. Smart. The shot that time not on target. Now the Knicks take it the other way. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Now Rozier. Morris a screen. Rozier kicks to Morris. Here's Smart. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
And now, here's Hazonia, covered by Morris. Baines with the block. What a performance for Kyrie Irving. He has been the story for Boston. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. One of the league's best point guards, Kyrie Irving, had this to say about it.
2011, I came into a league where the point guard position was still being revolutionized, and now guys are solidifying that spot every single year. There are young guys coming in, but now we have established point guards that are franchise-changing point guards. And for me, having that competitive drive every single game, I know I'm going against an elite point guard every single game. So I think that now coming into the league, it's a lot different than it was before.
Some say, Greg, a golden age at the point guard position.
Yeah, and Irving right there with the best of them. He embraces the challenge.
Now the second quarter getting ready to start up. And the Celtics guys, what jumps out to you, stats-wise?
I love the fact that they're getting so many of their points at the rim. Just a solid first period.
Well, Greg, playing bully basketball on the block. Every opportunity they've wanted at the rack, they've got it.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Boston. Terry Rozier is out there with Smart. Then there's Jason Tatum. Then it's Marcus Morris, and it's Baines in at the center. Doris, look in your crystal ball. 5 years from now, who do you think will be the 2-3 best players in the NBA?
Well, certainly some of the names. I won't say this is a definitive list, but as long as health holds, I'm going to give you three men who are going to be bad men in the NBA for a long time. Giannis Antetokounmpo, because the Greek freak is able at his size to handle it, take it off the window, and dominate action in transition. If he gets a consistent jump shot, forget about it. Ben Simmons, exactly the same thing. His passing ability is extraordinary. I think you'll see him get a low post game, and I think he'll get a jump shot, and he will be unguardable. And one of my absolute favorites is Mr. Joel Embiid. Give it to you inside, give it to you outside. Mr. Embiid can handle it. He can dominate with his defense. Those three men are going to be all-stars for a long, long time.
Smart against Hardaway. The screen from Brown. Now, here is Morris. He's covered closely, and the shot goes in. Morris has got his first points of the game.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Here's Trier. Rozier defending. They set the pick. And now, here's Hazonia, covered by Morris. Here's Trier. Buries the 20-footer. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Now, here's Rozier. He's guarded closely. Brown outside. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Brown's got 9.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Vonleh dishes to Hardaway. And sticking right with it, gets the foul with the bucket, and he'll go to the line.
Well, two things there, guys. Tim Hardaway Jr., the power, the concentration, refuses to be stopped when he wants to score.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight.
And you know, guys, he had a big game at the free throw line in their last outing.
Catching up on the changes for New York. Enes Kanter's checked in for Noah Vonleh. Lance Thomas comes in for Mario Hazonia. Frank Ntilikina is checked in for Ron Baker. And Trey Burke subbed in for Trier.
And getting to the line and hitting your free throws, a good way to get back into the game. It stops the clock and extends the game and allows you the opportunity to set your defense. They've been perfect from the line so far here in the second quarter.
And he comes up with the deuce. 14 points for Kyrie Irving.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now here's Burke. He's covered by Irving. Kanter kicks to Ntilikina. Kanter with a screen on Hayward. Here's Ntilikina. Ended by Hayward. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 4 points with the basket from Ntilikina.
And that's all you can do. Tip your cap to Ntilikina, a hard guy to frustrate.
Here's Irving. And Kanter pulls it down. Kanter's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Quarter number 2, around 3 minutes gone by. Here's Ntilikina. Defended by Hayward. Brown against Hardaway. The shot misses. And it's Boston the other way. Hayward right side. Pass to Irving. Goes up to the stripe. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
Well, the ability to score at all 3 levels makes Kyrie Irving a near impossible check. Good luck, fellas.
And that's how it's done. I mean, find that hole in the D and then go hard to the rack.
Maybe that hole was a little bigger than it should have been.
Yeah, with the score this close, guys, I am shocked at the lack of defensive aggressiveness. That has to be shored up.
One shot, gentlemen.
And sometimes it seems the age of interior scoring big men has come and gone. Enes Kanter, one of the rare big men who can dominate a game offensively in the paint, great hands and the strength to create space.
Knicks trail by 3. Thomas sets a screen for Hardaway. And there's the 3-second violation. Here's a chance now to check out the New York Knicks' upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll tip off a road trip in Brooklyn where they'll take on the Nets. And then on Saturday, they'll be facing Kyrie Irving and the Boston Celtics.
And for their matchup with the Bucks, this is what the fans have been wanting to see. Two of the best teams in the league duking it out, and you know whoever gets the win is going to be viewed as the team to beat.
And you talk about Kanter's inside game, but he's got a solid jump shot.
It looks very comfortable all the way out to 20 feet. I think before long we may see him add a three-point shot to his repertoire.
Here's Kanter following the basket by Kyrie Irving. With some arc. Hardaway, no good.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
Brown kicks to Irving. The shot's good. Brown making the play. And now an 8-point Celtic lead.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Time call here. The Knicks decide to talk it over.
Boy, what a storybook season for the Boston Celtics as they enter the championship conversation. The Celtics taking the Cavs to 7 games in the Eastern Conference Finals before ending in heartbreak. And to do it with one of the youngest rosters in the league, look out below, everybody.
It's stolen by Morris. In the corner, Irving with it. Irving double team. Yes, that goes in. Hayward's got his first points of the night.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
And we're talking about the Celtics young roster doors. We're talking 19, 20-year-olds playing major minutes.
Well, think about Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown and the accelerated growth from a season ago because of the important roles they had to play. Same thing with Terry Rozier. The remarkable piece was their ability to keep improving as the year wore on. One of the more amazing things we've seen.
Now here's Hayward. He had 10 points in the win against Philadelphia.
And what a wrecking ball defensively, seen by the 4 steals he had in that game.
Irving. And he overshot that one, missing. Knicks trail by 10. Ntilikina passes to Burke. Hardaway is screen on Irving. And that one's good. Burke's got 7.
They're having more success from three-point range here in the second after a rough first quarter from deep.
Right side, Irving. He kicks to Horford. Picked by Horford. Here's Hayward. Excellent D from Kanter.
I don't think the defense is much of a factor there. He just botches the finish.
Now here's Burke. Guarded closely. And it's sent back by Horford.
Well, how about the anticipation from Al Horford? Perfectly times the release, sends it back.
And finished off by Horford.
And racing up the court, you have a number of options and a great decision there.
I love how he took the initiative, right? You took charge of the opportunity and made the right decision.
Now here's Kanter. He had 16 points in the win against Atlanta.
Yeah, don't forget how great he was drawing contact and getting himself to the free throw line. Picked up a ton of easy points there.
And Hardaway gets it to go.
Well, you want to be able, as your scorer, to put it on the deck to create your shot. Go ahead, Mr. Hardaway. We see you getting off the bounce.
Irving dishes to Hayward. Goes back up. And it's good on the layup. And the Celtics lead by 9.
And that bucket adds to what has been a big difference in points in the paint between the two teams.
Outside Thomas, and stolen by Irving. And there's the foul. It'll go on Frank Ntilikina. That is his first foul of the game. Knox, he's checked in for New York. Boston also with the sub. Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Morris. On the wing, Irving. 21 points in the game. Over to the wing. 6 to shoot. Picked by Horford. Shoots off the screen. Good on the jump shot. Tatum's got the lead up to 11 now for the Celtics.
Well, you've got to understand how to use the screen to your advantage. And Jason Tatum, yes, sir, that's in my game, too.
Thomas kicks to Cantor. Thomas a screen. Outside Hardaway. From about 19 feet. That one wide left.
Well, they know not to leave him open from mid-range, and they're all over him on that shot. Boy, what a tough night. Imagine what their lead would be if he were having a better night from the field.
Now here's Hardaway. He's coming off a 31-point game against Atlanta.
His passing definitely came into play as well, Kev. He was very unselfish. Oh, that's unbelievable. We've got to get this guy in the dunk contest. Jaylen Brown taking flight with that insane athleticism.
And a great second look there. Another Unleash Chaos replay. Brought to you by the Under Armour Hover Havoc. Here's Knox. Defended by Hayward. Tries from 10. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Knox. Boston's gone 1 of 3 from way outside since the start of the second quarter. And no doubt Brad Stevens, one of the most respected young coaches in the NBA. Doris, he doesn't try to coach around foul trouble.
You know what I love about Brad Stevens is he's always trying to question the norm, meaning he doesn't want to do something simply because that's the way it's always been done. So just because a guy has 2 fouls doesn't mean he automatically takes him out. I like that kind of out-of-the-box thinking.
So New York going with almost an entire new group here. Longley's checked in for Cantor. Hezonja comes in for Lance Thomas. Baker, he's checked in for Hardaway. And it's Trier in for Frank Ntilikina. Then for the Celtics, Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Hayward. Marcus Smart comes in for Jaylen Brown. And Terry Rozier subbed in for Kyrie Irving. Off the pick, and it's laid in by Rozier. And the Celtics lead by 13.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
And the foul on Marcus Smart. That's foul number 2 for him.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Knocked away. Hezonja, the pass to Baker. And the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Smart.
And here we can check the story out on Terry Rozier. Some last season stats for him. Averaged about 11 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And this is the kind of strong, steady play you like to see. He's earning his keep and helping them win games.
I think they need more consistency from him, and they're getting it. Look for this to continue. I love it.
And it's Hezonja with the foul. That's his first foul. Here are the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. And it's out of bounds. The Knicks will take it the other way. A chance here to take a moment and compare the front court and back court scoring on the night for the Knicks.
And their guards really have done what they could to keep it close. What little offense they've been able to generate has come from the backcourt. They just need a little more balance.
Kicks to Vonleh. Now the pass to Trier. 5 to shoot. And the Knicks miss again. Here's the Celtics with the ball. They're on a 17-7 run. Tatum dishes to Smart. Outside Tatum. Now here's Horford. He's tightly guarded. Boston needs to get off a shot. Releases. And there's the bucket from Tatum. Tatum's got 4 points this quarter.
And he can smell blood in the water. Excellent finish.
I'll tell you got to admire the energy. This guy really wants to put this one away.
Knocks the pass to Hazania. Good work defensively by Horford.
Yeah, affecting the shot in a big way there. Excellent defense.
Well, you talk about getting into the space of the shooter. This is how you defend the paint.
Here's Trier. Rozier defending. Passes it to Hazania. There's the three. Offensive rebound. For New York, they have shot 60% from the line, 6 of 10.
Shooting 2.
That free throw missing. He hits the second from the line. Here's Rozier. Pass to Tatum. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops. Tatum's got 6 points.
This is one of Tatum's main strengths. He is a polished shooter who likes working in the mid-range.
And so it's Boston in command with a 16-point lead as the buzzer sounds. They've got their field goal percentage to thank for that. They've been hot from all over the floor tonight. And a chance now to send it over to David Aldridge, standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Coach, you're in a good position here at the break. What do you tell your team to make sure they don't let up?
Well, I don't think it's about letting up or playing better. Or it's just playing the right way. We just have to play good basketball. And we talked about it before the game. That's our goal going into the game. That doesn't change no matter what the score is. So that'll be the discussion at halftime.
Thanks very much, Coach. Back to you.
Thank you, David. And we'll be back after halftime as the third quarter gets underway.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, folks. Welcome back. This is Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal at 2K Sports. Let's talk first half. What a game it's been for Kyrie Irving. He had 21 points, 3 assists, and 1 steal. He struggled in their last game, but he's not having any problems tonight. Really good first half for him. He was right on the mark. Kenny, what's your take on Boston so far?
As many people predicted, Kyrie Irving taking his game to a new level. One of the league's greatest finishers at the rim, which is ironic since, for the most part, he plays below the rim. Has the pure jump shot, underrated passer, and just beats you in so many ways.
Shaq, what did you think about New York?
Not pretty to watch how they get torched in the low post, Ernie. When they were playing defense in the post, you know me, Ernie. Barbecue chicken alert, barbecue chicken alert. This team is going to have to up the pressure, play more physical in the second half, start a fight, throw some bowls, let's go.
And that does it for our halftime show. We now take you back to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third period.
Well, we're getting back to the action now. It's been a one-team show so far. We'll see if that changes here in the third. You look at Kyrie Irving in this game, he has been everywhere.
Yeah, and sometimes you find yourself in a role you're not comfortable with, but his passing in the first half really was impressive.
Well, Greg, there's no doubt. This guy has been superb at moving the ball and getting all of his guys going on the offensive end.
They've got Enes Kanter. Hardaway is out there with Burke. Then there's Lance Thomas, and it's Ntilikina in at the 3. So that's who's on the floor for the Knicks. That free throw good from Hayward. Doris, great to see Gordon Hayward out there fully recovered from his injury.
You know, Kev, after watching that injury happen, you had to wonder if he'd ever play again. So how wonderful to see Gordon Hayward just step between the lines and compete.
Hayward hits them both.
What a package Gordon Hayward brings to the table. Size, athleticism, high IQ for the game of basketball. You can count on his decision-making at both ends. I just love his game.
Cantor sets the pick for Thomas. Back to Hardaway. Floats one. He's off on that one. Good work defensively by Horford. Celtics leading by 18. Here's Tatum. And that one drops. Tatum's got 8 points.
I think there's a strength that belies that frame of Jason Tatum. He just powers right through right there.
It's Hardaway with the drive.
And Tim Hardaway Jr. returning to New York with a 4-year, $71 million contract that surprised many. He's got to shoot better than he did last season to be worth that kind of money.
And this will be his second and third shots at the line here.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That free throw good from Hardaway.
Yeah, Tim Hardaway Jr. to me is a terrific all-around player, right? He can score it, he can pass it, he'll rebound the position. There's a lot to like about his game.
He doesn't get the second one. Boston leading by 19 points. Here's Hayward. And Cantor pulls it down. Cantor's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And Hardaway, of course, the son of former All-Star point guard Tim Hardaway, who played with the Warriors in the Heat.
Yeah, I mean, Hardaway Jr. much more comfortable, I think, off the ball in terms of spotting up and attacking. Definitely has worked on his ball handling and creating a little bit more of his own offense.
Ntilikina can't hit.
Nice timing to get up on that shot.
Boy, you can't ask for better defense, Greg. Excellent work getting right into the grill of the shooter.
And guys, once Irving finds that groove, it really just fun to watch him go to work. Just no fear, will take any shot out there on the floor.
Burke with the screen for Cantor. He dishes it to Burke. And he uses the glass on the layup. Burke's got 9.
That's a big-time explosive move, challenging the taller defender and extending to the rim.
Outside Irving. The basket good off the assist from Hayward.
Great beginning to this second half. Now 3 for 4 from the field.
The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. There's a screen by Cantor. Burke kicks to Thomas. Trying to find Cantor. Gets it to him. Another shot. He lays it in. He has 5.
I love the hustle and the heart with which Enes Kanter plays. This guy is a terror on the offensive glass.
Brown dishes to Irving. Back to Brown. Outside Irving. 6 on the shot clock. Shoots. And again, it's Boston converting.
Boy, excellent start to the second half. They've missed just once in 5 attempts.
New York calls timeout. Kyrie Irving really making a difference here.
Well, I think this is a necessary timeout so they can figure out a way to limit the impact this guy's having from three-point range. They've got to dedicate more resources to their perimeter D.
Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. 5th on the list, Enes Kanter.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
For New York, they've gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the third quarter. There's a screen by Kanter. Burke kicks to Hardaway. Back to Burke. Shot clock at 5. Over Irving. Offensive rebound. Cantor. And Cantor throws it down.
Well, a 7-footer showing how easy it can be. Enes Kanter, aggressive.
Picked by Horford. Hayward outside. We've gone about 3.5 minutes into the third now. Tatum, that's for 2. Ntilikina with the rebound. Knicks trail by 20. Pass to Burke. It's tipped. Here's Thomas. Takes it into the teeth of the D and converts the way up. Thomas got his second bucket of the night.
Well, just terrific focus by Lance Thomas, converting inside against some pretty spirited defense.
Brown kicks to Irving. The 10-footer. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. It's going to go on Trey Burke.
What's incredible to me is Kyrie Irving at 6'3". Does he possess incredible eye-popping athleticism? No. But he can create his own shot anytime he wants, and his finishing ability is as good as it gets in the NBA.
Two shots.
That's good from Irving.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks last season and any number of challenges they faced. Jarrett Jack was probably the closest thing they had to a legit playmaker in the NBA. Here's a guy who led his team with 5.5 assists per game.
The Celtics making a switch here. Morris is checked in. That one misses, so he goes 1 for 2. And Dora's talking about the Knicks. Even without a dedicated playmaker, they were still above league average in the assist category.
Well, they show you that you can conquer that metric with shared responsibility. And that certainly works if you're moving the basketball well. But you also, I think, need that one guy who, when everything else breaks down, can make a play for himself or for a teammate.
Unloads from 13. And it's good off the back of the rim and in. And that's 31 points for Kyrie Irving. Burke kicks to Ntilikina. The pass to Hardaway. Thomas a screen. Fires the 3. Rebounded by the Celtics.
I'll tell you, he's had a tough night. And if you're going to shake out of a slump, he's not going to do it with those kinds of shots.
Knicks trailed by 19. Here's Ntilikina. Cantor, the pass to Burke. He kicks to Hardaway. Some nice passing by New York here. Morris with the rebound.
Yeah, good interior D there prevents the deuce.
Well, if he wasn't there, that shot's going in. Love the effort on the defensive end.
New York, no good that time either. Celtics leading by 19. Here's Brown. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. Well, he was fired by the Grizzlies 19 games into last season, Doris, but Coach David Fizdale with a fresh start now with the Knicks in New York.
Well, you think about in Memphis, he tried to shift from the grit and grind to a more modern NBA style, and I think he encountered some resistance there. With the Knicks, more of a clean slate, a chance to build the culture from the ground up.
2 shots.
That free throw good from Brown.
How exciting is Jaylen Brown as a basketball player? This guy is a skilled forward who loves showing off that ability to dunk the basketball.
That one misses. Doris, one thing the Knicks did really well last season, protect the rim.
Well, you think about the New York Knicks over the past 3 years. They have been top 10 in block shots in each of those 3. They have been one of the taller teams in the league. Perimeter defense has been the bigger issue for the New York Knicks.
Vonleh kicks to Ntilikina. Back to Vonleh. Here's Trier, covered by Irving, and the Knicks miss again.
And another miss. Ooh, he's having a really ugly game.
Yeah, about as ugly as you can have, you're right. Brown, good.
Well, you've got to get out on Jaylen Brown now. This is a young man who has shown great strides in improving his perimeter game.
Ntilikina passes to Baker. Lays it up off the glass. Baker's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
That makes any coach happy. You don't force a tough shot, but you get a quality look from close range. Nice.
Irving misses. Knicks trail by 21. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill. Looking now at some numbers for Ntilikina, how he performed last season. Last season, he averaged 6 points a game, 3 assists and 2 rebounds. And when he takes over at the point, he really keeps the offense flowing.
Well, this is a guy who brings a solid skill set. Excellent ball handler, high level of playmaking, the perfect backup point.
First free throw is good. Hezonja, he's checked in for Frank Ntilikina. And then for Boston. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for Horford. Smart comes in for Gordon Hayward. And it's Rozier in for Brown. And so he makes both from the line. And a somewhat unbelievable circumstance last season, Doris. Celtics coach Brad Stevens receiving 0 votes for Coach of the Year.
It was surprising in this way, Kevin. This is a man who lost his 2 best scorers to injury and still led his team to the 2nd seed in the Eastern Conference. But I think if you look across the league 1 year ago, there were tremendous coaching jobs done from any number of guys. And the reality is Brad Stevens is by far one of the best coaches in the NBA. Hardware or no hardware.
Shooting 2.
That free throw, no good. One big problem for the Knicks last season, Doris. The offense was okay, but the defense let them down.
Right, and the one area that was a strength was shot blocking. But a good defense requires far more than that. It requires quickness. It requires on-point rotations. Their defensive rating ended up being in the bottom 10 last year, Kevin.
And he sinks the 2nd.
And they're drawing more whistles and working their way to the line here in the 2nd half.
Baker kicks to Vonleh. There's a screen. The fader.
I'll tell you, don't forget about Marcus Smart's vertical. Twice on the pipes, rejects that shot.
And Hezonja gets it to go.
And you just hate to give up those second chance points.
Boy, you better be more physical on the glass because they wanted that rebound more than them, plain and simple.
In the corner, Smart with it. Pulls up on the elbow. A rebound by Hezonja.
Yeah, coming off that screen, wide open, just can't convert.
I think, Greg, that's exactly what you want. The screen was solid. The execution just fell a little bit short on the shot.
Here's Trier, covered by Irving. And off target that time from Trier.
Oh, great effort there. That's how you defend the paint.
Well, that's just stellar interior defense. You can't ask for anything more than that.
Rozier with the ball. And he comes off the screen to bury the jump shot. Rozier's got 6.
Boy, ran his man right into the pick and got the open look. Basketball 101.
Here's the screen. Here's Hazanya. Great use of the pick to create room for the jumper. Hazanya's got his second bucket of the night.
You know, the assist has to go to the screen on that play. Gave him all the room he needed to rise and fire.
Irving passes to Baines, and stolen by Vonleh. Passes it to Baker. Rozier with the steal. Here's Irving, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two.
And in the 2016-17 season, Kyrie hit better than 90% of his free throws. That is a terrific percentage.
You know what's interesting is so many people wondered how Kyrie Irving would fit with the Boston Celtics. Well, the answer was pretty perfectly. He steps right into the system and has to carry the team, and the team flourishes with him at the head.
2 shots.
The first one falls. Well, Doris, it's rare to see a star player like Irving transition so smoothly onto a new team.
Well, agreed, Kevin. It wasn't just a new team. This was an established new team. But credit both Kyrie and the Celtics for coming to grips with how he fit.
Both free throws good from Kyrie Irving.
And not a single free throw attempt in that first half, but he has been far more active since the break and drawn some fouls.
Baker kicks to Vonleh. Back to Baker. And Boston with the rebound. Baines has got 5 rebounds tonight. Left side, Smart. And a wide open look for Irving. Bangs home the trifecta. Irving's got 15 points here in the second half. Baker passes to Hazanya. Now here's Vonleh. Pass to Knox. Here's the three. A three-pointer is right on target. Knox has got 10 points in the game.
What a fantastic game he's had on the offensive end. If only his teammates could keep up.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Pass to Baker. There's a good screen. They grab their own miss. And Hazanya gets it to go. Hazanya's got 6 here in this quarter.
And they've shown a little extra hustle on the offensive glass here in the second half. Second chance points are starting to add up for him, and they can use every one of them.
And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact, and he'll shoot 2.
Clearly a foul.
The Celtics have gone 7 of 11 from the line.
And their numbers from the line last season, they're good, just not great, about 77% as a team.
Two shots.
And he makes the first.
When you think about the Boston Celtics last year, they were defined by their defense. But one overlooked area was the improvement they made in their defensive rebounding numbers. Think about it, was their only top 10 finish in that category in the last 10 years. Incredible.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. No good on the second, so he hits 1 of 2. And, of course, the key to the Celtics' success last year, proficiency on the defensive end in general.
Well, best defense in the league by many statistical measures, Kevin. They had incredible switchability almost across the board. Pretty much everyone on the floor could guard multiple positions. This is how they built their roster.
Here's Irving. Count it from 12. Irving's got 38 points.
Boy, this guy has been transcendent this quarter. Something really lit a fire underneath this guy.
There's the pass to Trier. 52 seconds left to play here in the third. Baseline jumper. And that one hits back iron. Boston leading by 23. To the middle. Here's Smart. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Smart's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
And it's out of bounds to New York. They'll retain possession.
Yeah, you go for the steal, but at least you do get the deflection.
Well, Greg, you make them reset their offense, right? It's disrupting their rhythm.
30 seconds left in the third. Knocks the pass to Baker. There's the screen and the foul on Marcus Smart. And that'll be his third foul so far. We've got 22 seconds left to play here in the third. Here's Trier. Loses his man off the screen and lays it up and in. Trier's got his second basket of the night.
Boy, he's able to get to the hoop, Kev, because of that great solid screen.
Right side Irving. A rare miss for him. And so it's Boston, riding high with a 23-point lead heading into the break. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. And we've got more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way after this break. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
And we're getting underway here in the fourth quarter. The scoreboard tells the story in this matchup, but we'll see how much things change up here. And a look at the five for the Celtics to start the fourth quarter. They've got Marcus Smart. Jason Tatum is out there with Aaron Baines. Then there's Terry Rozier, and it's Irving at the point. Knox misses. Celtics leading by 23. Inside, Smart, and slam dunk by Smart.
I'll tell you cannot give Marcus Smart that much room because he will throw it down, puts his vertical to excellent use.
Baker kicks to Hazonia. They set the pick. The G League, Doris, growing roster of teams, introduced two-way contracts last season. Is it safe to call it an official minor league at this point, do you think?
Well, I'm just going to say that I thought this was one of the best changes to the NBA last season. And you look at certain players who went back and forth between the G League, and when they were up with the respective NBA team, they were a significant part of the rotation. Quinn Cook comes to mind. The NBA champion had a two-way player in Quinn Cook who was a vital part of their G League and then becomes a vital part of their real-time success. To me, what a tremendous platform for player development, Kevin.
Yeah, the league has gotten it right with this. From past the arc. Doesn't go for him. Now Boston takes it the other way. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now. Smart passes to Irving. Just 5 to shoot. Back to Smart. The Knicks pull it in. Vonleh's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here is Hazonia. Passes it to Trier, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Irving double teamed. The kick out to Tatum. Outside, Smart. There's the pick. Shot clock at 5. The kick out to Tatum. Over Hazonia. And Tatum with the basket on the assist from Smart. Smart's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. New York moving it around. Here's Trier. He's covered by Irving. The high post shot, and the basket is good. Time called here. The Celtics decide to talk it over. And Marcus Smart, Doris, is a player who will give you whatever he can on offense.
Right. Marcus Smart is on the floor because of his defensive abilities. But what Brad Stevens likes to say is, Marcus will make the big shots.
Both teams will make substitutions. Fourth quarter keeps moving right along. 3 minutes gone so far. Here's Rozier. Robinson with the block. Now here's Moutier. Rozier defending. Up again.
Oh, how about the finesse there? Nice little gentle touch on the board.
And you know, when you have that gentle touch, those tip-ins are easy to come by. Tice kicks to Smart. Pass to Ogilvy. Here's Tice. Clock at 6. Again, the miss by the Celtics. And a little over 3.5 minutes in the books so far here in the fourth. Thomas, a screen on Smart. Here's Moutier. Hits it from three-point range.
Well, this to me is the critical aspect that Emmanuel Moutier must develop. Can he knock down three-point shots? He does so there.
Now, here's Rozier. He's guarded closely. Tatum kicks to Rozier. There's the pick. Over Moutier. And nothing is falling for him right now. Knicks trail by 21. You know, a lot of people have looked at the schedule of the NBA, Doris, and they think, you could eliminate back-to-backs of teams that face each other 4 times in a season, do a 2-game series in each city. It's kind of a baseball-type feel. Would you support that?
You know, it's an intriguing possibility to me, Kevin, because, one, it would cut down on travel, which obviously would make things a little bit better and easier for players. The travel schedule is taxing, particularly on back-to-backs. And so I don't know if there would be an opportunity for Adam Silver to maybe somehow run a test case. Would you be willing to put it in for a season, see how it fits in the overall context of the season? But it is an intriguing idea, and we are trying to improve the product no matter which way we go.
Cantor with a screen on Rozier. Pass to Hardaway from downtown, and Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Tatum with a screen on Hardaway. Rozier for 3. It's hauled in by Thomas. Thomas got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now here's Burke. Rozier defending. Burke kicks to Hardaway. From deep, Thomas kept alive. Here's Cantor. And the bucket counts. 3-point chance here.
And guys, I like what they're doing here in the second half. Getting a lot of production in the paint and still trailing, but starting to show some grit down low.
One shot, mind the lanes.
Well, Enes Kanter, when we talk about rebounds per minute, Doris, he's generally very high on that list.
Well, Kev, he's got the size and he's got the strength. But what I really love about him is there's this willingness to mix it up. This is a very physical player.
Picked by Horford. And there's Rozier on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 9 assists in the game. Great passing. Burke kicks to Kanter. And the league last season, Doris, looking to tighten up on the traveling calls. You think that's a move in a positive direction, and it's had a good effect?
Well, Kevin, I'm sure you agree with this. We want to see if there's a traveling violation, it should be called.
Yes.
We have given the offensive players enough advantages, and by that I mean we've made it less physical on the perimeter. You know, we've allowed for freedom of movement, and so I think anytime you learn from a kid, listen, if you pick up that pivot foot, it's a travel. In the past, I thought a lot were missed. What's your take on it, Kev?
I like what you said, and even more for the younger kids who are learning the game, they got to play the right way. It's got to be called.
That's right.
And he knocks down the first one.
And one of the problems in the first half, that shoddy work at the free throw line, they needed to fix that, and they've been much improved since the break.
And Cantor drops them both.
But to me, guys, you've got to know who you are. And Enes Kanter has a great sense of what he does well. Excellent low post game, superb rebounder, understands how to use his body. I love this guy.
And that's really the change in our game. It's the overall athletic ability. I love those point guards that can throw it down.
Well, you've talked about that. That's a dose of the modern NBA, Greg. That kind of aerial ability isn't limited now to just the front court anymore.
That's exactly right.
That's the point, guys. When your lead playmaker can get to the rim like that and convert, monster advantage.
Celtics leading by 20. Rozier kicks to Horford. Celtics passing it around, and the basket by Rozier.
Well, the whole vibe is an unselfish nature with this team, and Jason Tatum being a part of that. Pretty pass.
There's a screen by Kanter. Burke, the pass to Kanter. Feeds it to Hardaway. Doris, you think of all the highlight reel plays we get to see up close. We're so lucky. We feel the same way every time we sit courtside and watch one of these games. One of the most enjoyable parts about it, seeing the reactions of the guys on the bench.
They're just losing it, Kevin. They're falling down and they're bumping into each other, and then seeing the opposing bench trying to keep that poker face. They know they're not supposed to react, but sometimes the play is just so good you can't help it.
We get out of our seats, don't we? I mean, just like the players do. We get out of our seats.
Oh, no doubt. I'll stand up, wave my hands in the air. Are you kidding?
Brown with a screen on Kanter. Horford sets a screen for Tatum. Back to Horford. The tray. And the rebound goes to the Knicks.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Now here's Burke. He's covered closely. Dishes to Kanter. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot two. Horford. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. Aaron Baines, he's checked in for the Celtics.
Two shots. Relax on the first.
That's good from Kanter. And Kanter drops them both.
Really getting after the defense since the break. He's so hard to keep off the line when he pushes the action.
Now, here's Rozier. Burke covering. Brown against Hardaway. Brown down low. The kick out to Rozier. The shot's good. Brown making the play. Brown's got 3 assists in the game.
Another triple, and that's been the story of this second half.
Boy, they have consistently been draining shots from deep, and that can take the heart out of an opponent.
Thomas a screen. The pass to Ntilikina. Over Hayward. Here's Cantor. Baines with the block. Tatum against Thomas. Tatum kicks to Rozier. When it comes to building confidence, Doris, some people say playing one-on-ones in practice is a huge help. Is that something that you did when you were playing at Providence?
Kevin, I believe this could be the single greatest development tool for any individual player. If you start at the free throw line and play one-on-one against a player who's maybe slightly above your level or certainly at your level, and you limit that one-on-one from the free throw line to 2 dribbles or less, your skill set, I promise you, is going to develop. The other thing I would encourage young players to do is play 3-on-3, because it forces you to move and to cut and to screen and how to do those things properly if you're going to be effective. I love 1-on-1, 2-on-2, 3-on-3. It always helps you when you go back to the 5-on-5.
That's such great advice.
Set it up, bring the play in.
Brown against Hardaway. There's a screen by Cantor. Pass to Burke. 6 to shoot. Over Rozier. And too long on the shot. Celtics leading by 23. To the inside. The basket good off the assist from Hayward. Hayward's got his 3rd assist on the night.
And when you're on the road, this is how you silence the crowd. Tremendous all-around play.
Man, it's not easy building a lead like this on the road, Greg, but they have been lights out throughout this game.
The fadeaway. The shot's good from Cantor. Cantor's got 9 points now in the quarter.
Boy, I'll tell you, Enes Kanter has proven he can dominate on the offensive end. What a skill set.
Now, here's Rozier. Tight defense on him. Tatum kicks to Brown. Celtics passing it around. Now Rozier shoots over Cantor. And so the ball is out of bounds. Rozier touched it last.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Celtics.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so with this, they'll end up with their 2nd win on the year. And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Kyrie Irving.
Just an outpouring of points from him. Nobody could do much to keep him from dropping it in.
That one is off. A lot of times late in the season, Doris, we see the expensive vets bought out of their contracts. Often they sign for a cheap price for a true contender, and that affects parity among postseason qualifiers.
No doubt about it, Kevin. It really brings into very sharp focus the value of a quality GM, because the rich can get richer, and it can tilt things toward the top teams. I don't mind it, Kevin. Part of the reason these players agree to a buyout in the first place is the opportunity to choose their next situation. It is within the rules, and therefore I have no problem with it.
I like it as well. 59 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this one. Ntilikina kicks to Hezonja. Pass to Vonleh. Here's Ntilikina. He's covered by Brown. Trying his luck deep. And Rozier pulls it down. And pushing it up, here's Boston. Smart leading the charge. Got that bucket in no time at all.
And on the road, silencing the crowd. What a dominant performance.
Well, they took control of this game from the outset, a commanding all-around performance and an important road win.
Ntilikina kicks to Lee. Here's the screen. Unloads. That's tipped. Outside, Smart. And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thanks very much, Kyrie. Nice win tonight. What was your thought process coming into the game?
I was just going out there trying to compete on every play, trying to play as much defense as possible. Just sticking to our game plan. We had a game plan going in, and we executed.
Got it done at both ends of the floor, Kyrie. Thanks very much. Back to you, Kevin.
David, thank you as always. And that about wraps it up. For Doris Burke, David Aldridge, Greg Anthony, and the rest of our terrific 2K Sports crew, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you later.